Hello everybody, and as many of you know, yesterday I was invited to play the 3.8 beta for Honkai Impact 3 where I played Honkai Post Odyssey. And while I have been playing this mode for only 24 hours, I can say this is a big game changer. Now I should note, because this is beta, any sort of bugs, slowdowns or what have you is a result of this being, well, a beta. Also, in order to be able to test the full extent of Honkai Post Odyssey, I am able to progress much quickly compared to the full release of the game. But even with all of this, after experimenting with Honkai Post Odyssey, I can say so far this is indeed a game changer. And the simple reason for that is the gameplay mechanics are just different from anything you have seen so far in Honkai. There are no stigmatas, there are no different weapons, there are no different team lineups, you only have one team. And unlike anything else in Honkai, you have the addition of a vertical plane, or, well, basically the ability to jump. However, this simple ability of being able to jump pretty much changes everything about how you play the game. Not just the fact that now it is very similar to Devil May Cry, as many people have said, which we will talk about later, but there are a few other things. The first thing it does is now you have aerial combat, something that was not present before. Ever since Honkai was created, despite having 3D models as well as a 3D environment, you are still limited to move in 4 directions, up, down, left or right. Now obviously there is nothing wrong with that and we will always enjoy this gameplay. However, when you look at something like the open world where you have these really large areas but you can only move in 4 directions, it does end up feeling very limiting. Therefore, in Honkai Post Odyssey, which is a new open world, you can now move whichever way that you want, which in turn means now you have some platforming as you traverse the area. The second big change, because moving around, or jumping, is a big part of the gameplay, now the ultimate button has become the jump button, while the weapon skill button became the ultimate button. This might seem like simple button remapping, however you will jump so much that putting the jump button at a different location that is further away from your finger doesn't make that much sense. This will take some time for you to get used to, but as you saw from my gameplay yesterday when live streaming the beta, I did improve in the span of 2 hours as I played the game more and more. And I need to do that because a lot of the combat that you will do will be in air. The combat might seem deceivingly simple because you only have just a few button presses. The attack button only has 2 modes, either you press on it several times or you only long press on it. But because you have to chain it with dashing in the air as well as having a second jump, in addition to having QTEs as well as instant character switching, then the combat becomes much deeper than you think, and this is not even factoring into the other moves that you will unlock as you level up more. Yes, as many of you have seen so far, there is also the skill tree system. In it you can get new passive as well as active skills, or in other words, new combos that you can do between characters or new moves for the characters themselves. And speaking of which, you can only level up the characters through playing open world, which is composed of 2 sections like any other open world. On one hand, you have the main story that you have to complete, but you also have the usual 5 tasks or missions that you have in open world. So far while playing the game, I have encountered 3 types of missions. The first one is just kill the enemies. The other type of mission is find certain items in open world and destroy them before the timer runs out, where sometimes you will be locked to a certain area after destroying an item and you have to destroy the enemies before you move on to locating the other item before the timer runs out. Although this happened to me when my level was high enough in open world, so missions will become more difficult as time goes on. Anyway, the third type of mission is one where you have to run after an enemy, then hit it, and then it will run away again. This is done within a time limit where it might not seem challenging at first, but considering how the other missions evolved as you leveled up more and more, I assume this will become more and more difficult as time goes on. When it comes to the rewards, it is the usual stuff from open world items only to stuff that you can use anywhere like shards as well as anti-entropy cores. But again, as I noted, because this is beta, or more specifically really early on in beta, I just do not know how long it will realistically take you in order to level up properly when this is fully released. Some people, including myself, have compared it to Devil May Cry, especially when you have a double jump and you have the main character being essentially Nero with his weapon and how he moves and his animations. In fact, the gameplay reminds me of Nier Automata's gameplay, which is also fun as well. So I think that the gameplay is a mixture of both Devil May Cry 5 as well as Nier Automata, obviously not as deep as those games because this is still, you know, a new mode within another game. But considering this is a mobile platform, and again, this is being a game within a game, I think the developers have done a really good job in what they have accomplished, and they should be really proud of their work. Regardless, I'm still hyped for Post Odyssey's official release when the beta is done. I can honestly see why the developers were so confident and excited for sharing this new gameplay with people. I can see why they included me and other YouTubers in the beta as well as the people on Bilibili. No matter how much I covered the gameplay of Honkai Post Odyssey, I would not be able to convey how good it is just from looking at the footage. This is just one of those things that you have to experience for yourself. But trust me guys, once you are able to do it, you will fall in love with it. But as always, this is my own opinion, so please tell me yours in the comments below. What did you think of the gameplay so far? Did you experiment the game? What are your thoughts about it if you did experiment it, or even just your thoughts from seeing what is happening? Again, tell me in the comments below. I am very interested in reading your opinion. Also, I would like to thank XylerD from my Discord for helping me understand some of the mechanics in the game, so again, a huge thank you to him. Obviously, I have only been playing the game for 24 hours, and this is just a small tip of the iceberg that is Honkai Post Odyssey, so please stay tuned for further analysis and gameplay for Honkai Post Odyssey. And speaking of which, some people have been wondering on whether or not this can run on their phones, so I will show you the game running on my own phone. But until my next video, thank you for watching and I hope you have a nice day.